make for you anyway that they don't outwardly advertise, because most people won't get it. But for the minority of folks who like that stuff, they'll make it for you. Isn't that great? I thought this was the perfect way to talk about part 2 of my series, Genesis chapter 2, on homosexuality. Last time we talked about how Genesis 1 does not negate that God didn't create homosexuals or same-sex couples. Genesis 2, the fundamentalist argument gets even stronger. They say, it says that a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife. And they point out, rightly so, that Jesus even referenced this, so it has Jesus' endorsement. I'm not touching what Jesus says. I believe in him. So, by their logic, well, Jesus endorsed it. It's natural law. God's intended way of doing things was a man and a woman only. That's the only relationship that can happen. Those heterosexual relationships, everything else is an abomination and against God's natural law. Well, let's go back to the secret menu items or the customizations. Just because it's not on their menu, right, doesn't mean they're against it or they don't offer it. It means that the majority of people aren't ordering that, so they don't put it all on the menu all at once. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that the fast food place is going to say, hey, I'm not going to give you that with lettuce, tomato, and pickle, right? And throw some anchovies on there for you. Doesn't mean they're against it. Well, it's the same with God. Let's face it, same-sex couples, homosexuality, LGBTQ, that is a minority of people. Yes, God did not talk about it in Genesis chapter 2. The authors did not write that in there. They didn't write, and Steve will leave their fathers and mothers and be joined to each other. But that does not mean God is against it. Now, get this straight. If you stayed with me to the end of the video, I'm not saying that it's not wrong or that homosexuality isn't sinful. I'm saying you cannot use the natural law argument, and you can't say just because God says something in Genesis 1 or 2 that he's against everything else. Our creator, just like I like customizations, is a creator, a creative God. He makes people and individuals different. So you cannot say that it's against his natural law based on Genesis 1 or 2. Stay with me, because the next thing in the series we're going to cover is Sodom and Gomorrah. And there's a lot of surprises in that one. It is not what you think. Sneak preview.